Alright guys, thanks so much for tuning in with me for another video of mine. Today we're going to be talking about how to make Facebook ads that actually will convert, that will actually win for you. This video topic is recommended by Janelle, who is an audience member, so shout out Janelle. Thank you so much for this video recommendation. So today we're going to be talking about, like I said, finding, not only finding videos, but creating videos that will convert for you guys. And this is going to be more designed for Facebook ads specifically. We're also going to be talking about Instagram influencers as well, a part of this. So what I want to talk about, guys, is listen, when you're on Facebook, first of all, there's tons and tons of content, tons of posts, tons of content. So obviously you guys have to stand out in some way. You have to grab the attention of the user, of the customer immediately. So what I always recommend, we're going to be talking about a couple different things within this video, some very value bombs, I like to call them. What I always recommend is Animoto for actually creating the ads. Animoto is something that I've been using for a long time now when I actually create an ad, if I'm going to just simply create an ad by myself. There's obviously many different things where you can buy an ad, but that's not something that we're going to be talking about. Today we're going to be talking about if you are creating the ad, when you're in charge of it, not just buying an ad. That is something, a completely different topic. So obviously Animoto is a software editor. It comes in blocks, and within that the text pops out really smoothly. This is not the only editor that you can use. This is something that I have used in the past and continue to use when I am making my own videos, like I said. Another great free editor, if you guys are just looking for editors, is HitFilm Express. That is another great one. HitFilm Express is something that I also personally use. Now, as far as the whole, creative itself, obviously the first site they see needs to be attention grabbing. It needs to be something that they say, whoa, what is that? Like, they say stop, obviously, because, when you're on these feeds for social media, there's so much content. That's common sense. You have to grab their attention. What I like to do, obviously, when they first see my ad, something that's gonna pique their attention, something maybe a little weird, a weird angle, the product in a weird light, something like that. Another tip that I have for you guys is use influencers. I talk about influencers all day long on this channel, all day long, because I believe they're so underrated. You guys, I don't believe people utilize them enough. So what I do recommend for an influencer, when you're doing a post with them, get permission. Maybe you have to do a contract, whatever it may be. Get permission from that influencer to use that story for an ad, for a Facebook ad. I literally saw one today on my feed. It was for a big blanket, and they sent it to an influencer. She did the review, and it's a real person. People that the customers see that, they see it's a real person, and it sparks their interest because it doesn't feel like somebody's selling them something. It's more in the light of a friend, basically. Look at this product, as if one of your friends in real life comes up to you and says, check out this product, I love it so much. You're probably going to want that more than as if a stranger comes up to you and says, this is so sick, like, trying to sell you on it so blatantly, obviously trying to sell it to you. Both methods, both ways of marketing obviously work. You can do a lot of great things with both methods, both directions and perspectives of marketing with these videos on the feeds, Facebook, Instagram. The other thing that I have to recommend for you guys, like I said, the influencers, when you're doing that, send it out to multiple different influencers. You can even send a product to a smaller influencer. All you really need is a person to review it in a video form and do it more as a person. Like I said, then you get the benefit of, hey, this is like a friend showing you a product. As far as the creation of the ads, I'm bouncing back and forth, guys, but I hope you guys are staying with me. These are some great tips, and just a quick recap already, some things that I've already talked about. Animoto for creating, Animoto, HitFilm Express if you want to create an ad. As part, if you want to go get your own content, possibly get some friends with the product, order multiple units of your product in, and you can make a video with your friends even. You can hire people, whatever you want to do. But as far as the actual creation on your part, HitFilm and Animoto are great things that I do recommend for you, that I personally use when I am creating an ad. Like I said, you can go and buy an ad somewhere else. Another great option I've already mentioned is the influencers. Get the story that they make. Even a bigger influencer, you're going to want to get permission to post that to your brand's Instagram, to your brand's highlights. That way, that social proof of that, everybody that goes to your brand is going to see that. That helps tremendously. As far as using influencer posts in their videos as a Facebook ad, that literally is one of my secrets that works so great for me. I really recommend that to everybody. And that is something you're seeing even bigger brands start to do more and more frequently with just regular influencers. And going back to that part about these smaller influencers, you guys can hit up smaller influencers that have even less than 10,000 followers, you know what I mean, that will do the review for you for free, and you won't come into any problems with permissions to run the ad on Facebook. If anything, it's going to help them if you put their, you're going to want to put their name in the video in the comments. If anything, it's going to help them get more exposure to their brand, that influencer. So it's a great deal for both parties involved, all parties involved. It's a great deal when you are actually using the videos that the influencer make and running them as a Facebook ad, on the feeds of Instagram and Facebook. That is something that I do recommend, that I don't see many beginners utilizing as much as I think they should. You guys can find micro influencers that will do these posts for you. You guys can get 3 to 5 different influencers to do these posts with you. Test those out, find which ones people like the most and what is most converting, and run heavy with those, with that video that you have created. So at the very least, I hope this gives you some ideas as far as the creatives when you are running them on Facebook specifically. Another great thing, I've already recapped the biggest things that I use personally. I don't typically like to go buy ads from somewhere else. That's just something that I don't typically do as much. I have done that before, but I see a lot of people wanting to do that, and you definitely have to pick the right ones when you're going to buy an ad, a creative from somebody else, and that's more of a personal thing, personal preference for you guys. I don't necessarily have a recommendation, a solid recommendation that I say, hey, go buy ads from these guys. I am more looking in the light of, if you want to create your own ads, something that everybody I believe should do regardless, is that's a process that people need to go through as well. It's not that you don't have to go through that, but I think it's something great to know, especially if you're creating the ad, especially if you have a lower budget. This is a great tool. HitFilm Express, like I said, is free. You can simply, if you're doing it on a low budget for beginners, if you have a very low budget and you want some different creatives without spending upwards of hundreds of dollars, if you're a very beginner on a low budget, I do recommend order some products in. Grab out your phone, get some friends, and go to a local park like this, whatever it may be, whatever the product, it's whatever suits that product specifically, in a park or in your apartment, in your house, whatever it may be. Film it. Guys, these phones are great quality nowadays. You can film your own video, edit it through HitFilm Express, and that is something that is a great solution for people that are on a very low budget. And that is something that I do recommend for everybody to go through at least. You guys can swap things in and out. If you test some different things, you want some different creatives, different angles, maybe the first scene you want it to be different, then you want to have 3 different variations with varying different first scenes. As far as the actual psychology and the buyer behavior, when they see the ad, like I said, you're going to want to first grab their attention. You have to grab their attention in a sense where they stop, and the longer that you have their attention, the better that is for you. And that goes for your ad, that goes for when they're on your website, on your Instagram, your brand's Instagram, anything, guys. The more audience attention that you have, the more of their energy and focus, the better that is for you. So right off the bat, you're going to want to grab their attention, and then you need to make it quick. People don't want to, have their attention grabbed for 1 second. Oh, that's cool. But then it stays like that for 5-6 seconds, guys. Make it quick. That's why I do like Animoto. It has these different blocks. It is expensive, for a beginner on a low budget. Monthly can be expensive for somebody that is, on a very low budget. that is paid. Animoto is paid. Like I said, HitFilm is more of a full editor, and that is free. But like I said, the Animoto is great, quick action blocks. You're gonna wanna keep it quick paced and very quick in action, different things coming at the customer, and different points of that product. You're gonna wanna be selling them very quickly, not wait 5-6 seconds on each scene. Think more 2-3 seconds really, and provide the solid benefits of that product. You're gonna wanna pinpoint the pain points of people within the niche, whatever that product is in. Say if it's like people that have back pain and you're selling a posture corrector, you're gonna want to immediately point that out. Maybe the first scene may be some dude hunched over with the really bad posture, really bad back, and a poor face, a pain face. Pain on his face, obviously. First scene, that's gonna grab people's attention, say, what's going on here? Immediately after that, you're going to want to, possibly offer another scene where it could be a problem, but very quickly, and then the solution. And that's when you would show the product. For this example, a back posture corrector immediately on that person, and they're sitting up straight and smiling. That is just a quick little example of what I like to do and things that you should be thinking about. Make it very quick. This is common sense, but it's great to hear. At least for me, I like hearing it when somebody explains it, even if it is common sense, because some things you may forget that are still common sense. So at the very least, I hope that you got some value from this video. This was a audience member recommendation. So Janelle, shout out to you. I appreciate your support. Thank you guys, all of you, for the support, everything that you guys do in support for this channel, this page, and just overall for watching and make it to the end of this video. So this is not the end all be all video for video ad creation for Facebook ads at all. I'm going to be having more videos on this topic. Hopefully, at the very least, like I said, you gained something of value from this video. Maybe you thought of something in a different light, possibly. Maybe it was a reminder of something that you already knew. And the different recommendations that I did recommend to you guys, try those out, because like I said, I personally use those and they have done very well for me. So I appreciate your support, and I will see you guys in the next one.